It's your boy, Average Bob, coming in. It's been about a month since my last video. I think I did one about Jalin Hyatt, so if you have some time and want to dive into it, check it out, as I did think it was a make or break year for him. But it's your boy, Average Bob, reporting in. Giants reporting for training camp. I'm reporting in on vacation. Got the kiddos down to sleep. I hope you guys could hear me okay on this. I'm not going to dive into any of the questions in the chat box. Ooh, we got some spectators over here. We got a bunny coming by, but yeah, for today, the Giants are reporting back to training camp in New Jersey. I do always miss when they used to do it at colleges. They used to do it at Albany every single year. And then growing up on Long Island, obviously being a huge Giants fan, I still would go, as a lot of people would as families, go to the Jets training camp, because it was right by where we grew up at Hofstra University, which was absolutely amazing and so much fun. I miss, I guess these guys just make so much money nowadays that it's pretty much impossible to force these guys to go to a training camp away from their families, away from their, multi-million-dollar houses. So they don't want to do it. And I guess, at the end of the day, I kind of don't blame them either. What I wanted to do for today's video, it being live, I hope it sounds okay. I think I should be connected to the Wi-Fi here. But I got the kiddos down for a little midday nap. So what I wanted to do is really just do some initial thoughts. I have on my iPad in front of me just a raw breakdown of the Giants roster from Wikipedia. So to go through that and give some thoughts on position battles and what I think that could potentially happen for this upcoming season. But I guess, again, where I want to keep it right now is just kind of training camp focused and take it from there. So first and foremost, where we'll get started is in the quarterback room. Recent Giant trading back up, first round, getting Jackson Dart. I think he'll get a decent amount of reps, but the man who will be the starter going into this season. Complete sense that he's going to be dangerous to me. I don't really foresee. I mean, the other guys will get reps. Jameis Winston, being the second and third string quarterback, will get reps. Jackson Dart will be getting some reps. Tommy DeVito, I would assume, will see the smallest amount of reps compared to everyone else, just because of what we've seen from him the last few years. The Giants really don't want to use him unless it is an absolute, desperation scenario. But here's the thing for the Giants quarterbacks is, over the years, in the last few years specifically, since Eli's retired, everyone gets hurt. Every quarterback they've had has gotten hurt. We've seen a plethora of terrible quarterbacks. We've seen Drew Lock play. We've seen, Colt McCoy play. We've seen Mike Glennon play. We've seen as bad as quarterback play as possibly you can imagine. So I think with at least these four guys, you do have some guys, especially in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. If one person goes down, you shouldn't be throwing away your whole season, which unfortunately has happened with the Giants many times over the last few years. What I'm excited to see from Jackson Dart is just getting as many live reps as possible. It's going to be interesting to see how many reps he gets with the first team. And I hope he gets as many as possible just so they can start ramping him up. But again, what they need to do here is get Russell Wilson into the Mike Kafka, Brian Daboll offensive system and try to win as many games as possible. And then eventually, I think there will be a point in time as the season progresses that they will get there to a point that will be like, I don't want to see any more of Russell Wilson. You drafted Jackson Dart, you traded up, you gave capital to get him in the first round. He will have to come into the game. I'm trying to make sure this is working. Okay, so it looks good. If you guys do join in, give thumbs up. But yeah, I think, eventually the reins will be handed over to Jackson Dart coming earlier to try and save Brian Daboll. If they start Daboll's job, but what happens if you start tarnishing Jackson Dart's development? So that's going to be a huge thing to monitor this year. I think Brian Daboll's going to look like an absolute genius, or, there's really no in between. He's going to look really smart or really stupid, and we're going to look back on this time and say, what the hell were we actually doing?